It's almost like dragging around a trophy of what hurt them the most and then showing it off whenever they're afraid of not being seen or maybe they want to feel more significant. Hey everybody, welcome to the Jed Said Therapy channel where a little awareness goes a long way. My name is Jed Thorpe, licensed therapist, and today I want to talk about the grief trap. We don't really have a name for it because it's sneaky. It looks like healing, but really it's just a loop that keeps people stuck. Here's what happens. After a major loss or a trauma, some people will deep dive into understanding their pain. They speak its language fluently. They become the wise one in the room. Books read? Check. Quotes memorized? Check. Experience lived? Check. And then they become the go-to person for other people that may be in pain as well. And over time, this becomes how they connect. The pain becomes kind of an emotional passport. It gets them into conversations, into relationships, into roles that feel meaningful. It gives them an instant perceived value that can't be challenged unless you want to face the virtue signaling police. So, hey, it's a nice reward. Meaning, check. Connection, check. Identity, check. But here's the trap. Number one, they're not moving forward. They're tethered to this past event. And number two, their value is correlated to, what happened. It's almost like dragging around a trophy of what hurt them the most and then showing it off whenever they're afraid of not being seen or maybe they want to feel more significant. Of course, it's not true. Of course, they're not being malicious. No one's consciously using their past trauma in an unhealthy way. Hey, aren't we all just doing the best we can with the thinking we've got? For sure. But in these instances, what starts as I survived this slowly morphs into a this is who I am. It becomes their identity. They're stuck in the past, trapped. Does any of this sound familiar or remind you of anyone? If so, don't worry. They're not broken. Humans, again, doing the best we can with the thinking we've got. But if you're curious, around whether this might apply to you, here's a couple of questions you can ask yourself. Maybe this will help. Number one, what would connection look like if it wasn't tied to that part of my past? Would it be weird to not reference my tragic past with other people? Would I be valuable? Would I be as valuable? Would I feel like as valuable of a person if that tragic past experience didn't happen? Am I not really connecting to people that don't know about my tragic past? Kind of keeping those people around you. And lastly, who am I that isn't connected to that past experience? And once you've answered that, just go with it. You're probably pretty awesome, and you don't need to prove that by reminding other people, about that mountain that you once, way long ago, conquered it. Here you are, you survived. Yes, grief deserves attention. The emotions need to be felt and processed, not felt and reprocessed. I just made that up. That's a good one. So that's all I've got for you today. And if you got something out of this video, let us know by leaving a comment and, or giving the thumbs up if you want. And until next time, awareness up.